Hey, welcome to another episode of Chad's Beer Reviews. Continuing with the BJCP style guidelines. We're on category 18, Pale American Ale, and style 18A, Blonde Ale. Overall impression, easy drinking, approachable, malt-oriented American craft beer, often, but not always, with interesting fruit, hop, or character malt notes. Well-balanced and clean, is a refreshing pint without aggressive flavors. And I got what I think and hoping is going to be a good example of style that's local to me. This is Three Daughters Brewing in St. Petersburg. This is the St. Pete Beach Blonde Ale. It's a 5% ABV. Very, very fresh can. It was only canned like 2 or 3 weeks ago. So, that is like finding a leprechaun, finding a very fresh blonde, even here in Florida. All right, so let's check the comments history, all that stuff. So, pretty short on this style. Basically says brewpub alternative to standard American lager. Typically offered as an entry-level craft beer. Characteristic ingredients, generally all malt, but can include up to 25% wheat malt. And what's also interesting, it says some versions may have honey, spices, and or fruit added, although if any of those ingredients are stronger than a background flavor, they should be entered in those specialty categories instead. All right, so let's look at our vitals. 15 to 28 IBUs, not very bitter. 3.6 SRM, very light colored, and 3.8 to 5.5 ABV. Pretty light and sessionable, although I'd say really a blonde should be under 5. This one is 5.0 exactly. So, all right, let's go get this in a glass and get to drinking. All right, so let's dive right into the aroma. Well, it's surprisingly bready, like really clean, just pale, 2-row malt. Maybe like a little bit of weediness in there, which might account for like that bready kind of character I'm getting. I'm not getting any spices or anything like that. Yeah, so just like a nice, malty kind of thing. I wouldn't say it smells sweet. It just smells more malty, bready. I'm not really getting a lot in the way of hops. It's like it's almost like kind of like a German kind of thing, like slightly earthy or floral. Definitely nothing citrusy or piney. So, just kind of something in that earthy, floral, maybe even herbal kind of thing, but very, very low as far as the hops. Seems to be pretty clean fermentation. I'm not getting any butter or green apple or anything like that. So, yeah, pretty nice smelling blonde ale, although there's not much going on. Let's check the specs. All right, so aroma, light to moderate sweet malty aroma, possibly with a light bready or caramelly note. That's, bready. Low to moderate fruitiness is optional, but acceptable. I really didn't get any fruit. It's just more malt than anything else. May have a low to medium hop aroma and can reflect almost any hop variety, although citrusy, floral, fruity, and spicy notes are common. And that's it. So, yeah, it's interesting about this style is there isn't a whole lot of guidelines to go by. So, yeah, I'm going to say 10 out of 12. I mean, it's not it's like judging a macro lager. Like there's not supposed to be a lot going on here. So it's hard to penalize it for being mild. Not sure how this looks on camera because we're shooting this at night. It might look brown. It's even when I was shooting the picture, I mean, it's definitely a very dark gold. So it's hard to gauge the true color. I mean, I'm saying 7 to 9 SRM. Even back here, it's 7 to 9 or so. Had a 2-3 finger head on it when I poured it, but it's mostly fizzled away. And it's the clarity. I mean, it's definitely cloudy, but I mean, it's a blonde ale. They're not supposed to be, a brilliant Kolsch kind of thing. Let's check the specs on appearance. Light yellow to deep golden color, clear to brilliant. Oh, okay. Low to medium white head with fair to good retention. All right, well, it says clear to brilliant, and it's definitely not either of those. It's definitely very cloudy. And this is a very fresh can, so I know it's not, from age. So, and it says the head should stick. So, I mean, it hasn't completely evaporated, but I'm going to go 2 out of 3 on appearance. I mean, it looks fine. It's just I'm going to penalize it for the clarity. All right, so let's check the flavor now. Cheers. It's funny. I didn't smell any fruitiness, but I actually taste a little bit of fruitiness on here. And it's much sweeter than the nose would indicate. I mean, yeah, it's very bready and malty. Not to the extent of like a German, Hellesbock or something like that, but Yeah, the malt is like this kind of nice, kind of bready kind of thing. I do notice the hops, as far like in the flavor and like the actual bitterness. Like it's, pretty mild palate, but right as it hits the apex and start to descend, you get like a little bit of a, kind of a dry bitterness. And then, like I said with the aroma, just kind of a general earthy or floral hop kind of flavor. Nothing citrusy or piney or anything like that. Otherwise, it's both mild and flavorful at the same time. I mean, the style is supposed to be mild, and it's like as much flavor as you can have and still be considered a mild beer. Like this is like the most robust mild beer I can recall having. Yeah, it's nice. I mean, it's not magically delicious, but it's pretty for a blonde ale. This is what it should be. All right, let's check the specs on flavor. Initial soft malty sweetness, but optionally some light character malt flavor. Bread, toast, biscuit, wheat, true, can be present. It's exactly what I said. Definitely a little bit of bread or toast, biscuit, wheat, pretty much all that. Just all real low levels. Caramel flavor is typically absent. If present, they are typically low color caramel notes. Okay, I would totally agree with that. Low to medium fruity esters are optional, but welcome. All right, so, I mean, like I said, I was getting a fruity flavor. Light to moderate hop flavor, any variety, but shouldn't be overly aggressive. Absolutely true. Light hop flavor. Medium low to medium bitterness, but the balance is normally towards the malt or even between malt and hops. Yeah, it's definitely towards the malt, and I'd say low bitterness. They say 24 IBUs, which I don't know. I mean, it should taste a little bit stronger than that, but to me, it tastes like about a 10 to 15. Finishes medium dry to slightly malty sweet. Impression of sweetness is often an expression of lower bitterness than actual residual sweetness. And all right, that's it. Yeah, so I think it's right there. It's not amazing, but it's there for the most part. I'm gonna say kind of on the board between a 17 and 18. I think I'm gonna go 17, mostly just on that hop thing. I'd like to see a little bit more hops. Mouthfeel, I'd call it like a medium light body. It's it's 5%, so it's not paper thin. Very smooth. It's refreshing while it's in the mouth. It's kind of a medium sweet aftertaste. It's, slightly starchy, but nothing cloying or anything like that. Really, really drinkable, and glad it comes in cans. They call it a beach beer. This is definitely the kind of beer you would want to have at the beach. Let's check the specs on mouthfeel. Medium light to medium body, medium to high carbonation, smooth without being heavy. Yeah, I'd say the carbonation is probably medium high. So it's like medium light body, medium high CO2. I would not call it like champagne effervescence, but it's a nice kind of very effervescent, bubbly body. Smooth without being heavy. Absolutely true. Yeah, so nice drinkability, nice, comfortable mouthfeel on there. I want like a little bit more body for 5, or a little bit more like flavor and complexity for 5, but for what it is, I think 4 out of 5 is decent. Overall impression, I'm gonna say 9 out of 10. I mean, I know I'm not ranting and raving about this beer, but for the style, I mean, it's right there. So that's a total score of 42 out of 50, which I think is fair for the beach blonde. Thanks for watching. I will see you guys next time. Cheers.
Somebody brewed it, Chad just reviewed it. Thanks for watching Chad's beer reviews.
Trust me, the next episode will be a lot better.